I'm not quite sure what to call this experience, so I'll just call it the Tame of my mind experience. This first happened when I was in a dream, just a normal dream. I was slightly unconscious, and then something interesting happened where I think part of my higher self, or my subconscious mind, woke me up in a dream, and it did that by placing objects in the dream that would wake me up. There was one point where I was driving this bus and with a bunch of people and they were fighting in the back, and I got off the bus and there was a piece of music equipment, and this piece of music equipment had been really scratched up, but right now it's completely new, and I was a bit confused why it was scratched up. And that was one of the examples in the dream that kind of woke me up. And then in the same dream, I randomly appeared in my house. The house was very dark, almost like it was underwater, and it was nighttime, so I could see easily, but it was very dark and gloomy. And I said some affirmations to make the atmosphere a bit more lighter. None of them worked. I started in the foyer, and then I worked to the living room and just popped my head out of the window and went to the front yard. I looked to my right and left, and it was pretty normal except for where the garage door would be. It was more of a mirror shape. And so I went over to the mirror and I saw myself in the mirror, and I told myself, am I looking at myself? And the mirror said yes. But something interesting was that the mirror of myself, the reflection of myself, it was a different version of me. This version of me had the same haircut as when I had in 7th grade, which was pretty long hair. And now I have pretty average short hair. I asked this figure, where am I? And he said, you are inside a kaleidoscope. I didn't really understand that. And then we started walking around my house and around the corner to the side yard. And I'm like, do you have any information you want to tell me or any important things? This whole time he started talking very quietly. I couldn't understand it. It was more like mumbles or such. When I asked, are there any important things you need to tell me? I remember him saying, I am the tame of my mind. And he said to repeat that every day as much as you can. I'm not sure why he told me this specific affirmation, but it does make sense in the way of controlling your thoughts equals controlling your reality. And then I got the impression that there was something bad that was going to happen in the dream, and he had to leave and we had to leave right away. So we were walking around the house. The house was slightly different. There was some really tall grass in the backyard. The last thing I remember, he was running behind me to go back to where he came, I think, and I was in the process of waking up in the dream. And the last thing I remember him saying was, you have no idea how long it took me to figure that out. And then I woke up like instantly. And that was the dream. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if he was talking about me living in a kaleidoscope of that was the dream setting, or if that was physical reality as the setting. And I say this because I have other experiences where I'm inside of a hypercube. Stay tuned for that video. And also I have another dream that I went to the center and to the edge of the universe. And so that was kind of like a kaleidoscope as well. That's what I mean when I'm questioning what does it mean to live inside of a kaleidoscope. And also the tame of my mind. I've read other books and I've read better affirmations from those books, but the tame of my mind doesn't seem like a particularly important affirmation, but I'm gonna try and saying it a lot before I go to bed, or record myself saying it and play it while I sleep and see what happens. Because interesting things happen when I'm listening to something on very low levels and fall asleep. My mind stays awake slightly while my body stays asleep, and that allows me to have more conscious dreams. So if you thought this video was helpful in any way, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos of me documenting my astral projection experiences and my meditation experiences.